Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Hines, and this week we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Cody Sivertsen, and wrestling coach Archie Randall. Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Cody Sivertsen, a 184-pounder from Moore, Oklahoma. Is 23-16 on the year. Got a pair of victories in the duels against Wayland Baptist and Bacone last week. Has 9 pins on the season. And talk about those two duels against Wayland and against Bacone, able to help your team to a couple of victories there.
Yeah, absolutely. Leading up to the duel, I'd had a couple matches that I wasn't really happy with, and I knew that with regionals and nationals coming up, I really needed to pick it up and wrestle really to the best of my ability in these two duels. So I had wrestled the guys before, and I knew that they were definitely beatable opponents, but it always feels good coming out with a pin.
You wrestled in the NAIA championships last year. What has that experience done for you this year?
Absolutely. Last year at the national tournament, I had big plans. I planned on being an All-American coming out of it, but I fell short, and it really helped me to learn where I need to be for this year to be successful going into the national tournament.
Your brother Derek's on the team this year as a freshman. What has it been like having him around?
It's been great. My brother and I, we've really wrestled together ever since we were young when we started. So him and I really know each other as wrestlers better than anyone else, and it's been good to have him on the team for me to push him and for him also to push me as a wrestler.
You guys are headed off to the NAIA Central Qualifying Group Tournament on February the 22nd. What are your expectations for that tournament?
Yeah, right now we have a really young team, and we've really been not necessarily respected this year. I think that people haven't had very big expectations for us, but I think that over the year we've had a lot of young guys, freshmen and sophomores, step up, and I think that they're going to be stepping up for the qualifying tournament.
What's your major here at OCU?
I'm a history secondary education major.
So your career goals following wrestling would be obvious at that point.
Absolutely.
So what level of teaching would you like to go into?
Well, for my degree, it's either middle school or high school, and surprisingly, I've kind of like to teach middle school right now.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I really like the energy level, and I think the kids are real goofy and funny. So,
if you weren't wrestling, what other sport would you play?
Well, whenever I was younger, I played football, so I think it had to be football. I really only quit playing football because I focused on wrestling. I had plans on wrestling in college and doing big things in high school. So,
what position did you play in football?
Linebacker.
All right, very good. Well, coming up next on the OCU Athletics Update, we'll talk to Cody's coach, Archie Randall.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to wrestling coach Archie Randall. The 12th-ranked Stars are preparing for the postseason, starting out with the NAIA Central Qualifying Group Tournament on February the 22nd. And, Coach, you have 5 ranked individuals on your men's team. Tell us about those guys.
Actually, I think the new rankings will come out within the next couple of days, right? We probably will have a couple more ranked. The team is very, very young. It's mostly freshmen and sophomores, and they're wrestling really well at this point, and we've improved tremendously. If you look at our record, we wrestled Wayland Baptist earlier in the year, a 21-20 match, and they forfeited 6 points to us. And the second time, which we wrestled them last week, we pretty much dominated them. We should have won all 10 matches. And we should have shut out Bacone too. So they're wrestling a lot better, but they're young and inexperienced, and this is going to be a new experience for them. Our regional tournament, Central Regional, is the toughest regional tournament. I think we're up to like 14 or 15 teams in it. Top 4 qualify, and then we get the wild cards. The NAI tournament qualifier is not like it used to be. where you could qualify outside the tournament and get to the national tournament. You either get top 4 or you're looking for a at-large berth, which is a coach's vote. So we're doing real well. I think we'll push 7 or 8 through.
Talk about some of the individuals who are making an impact on the team right now.
I guess you could start out with Adrian Gaines, who's a freshman from Lawton. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's young as far as the sport's concerned. He's only been wrestling like 3 or 4 years, but he's real athletic and he's real competitive. He's placed at almost every tournament we've been at, and it's just one of those things where if he can get on at the right time, he can get to the national tournament. We have freshmen at 141, James Landau. He's from Kansas. He's doing really well. As a freshman last month, he didn't wrestle anybody that wasn't ranked in the top 5. So he had a rough month last month, but now he's wrestling real well, and I think he's got a good shot to get through. He's a good kid too. At 149, Ricky McCarty is a phenomenal kid. He lost to the number 2 kid ranked in the nation in overtime. He's beaten 3, 4, 5, and 6, and he's just a freshman. And he's placed at every single tournament. At the Missouri Valley tournament, we had 3 in the finals, 2 freshmen and a sophomore. And then we have Zach Skates at 157, which is a returning All-American. He's beat the 2, 3, and 4 ranked guy in the nation. So he's looking pretty good. He's doing real well. And plus, behind him at 57, we also have Hunter Muskrat, who's a senior, who's 25 and 18 right now, but if you take away his losses to Division II and Division I, he's probably 25 and 8. So he's had a phenomenal season, and lucky for us that the NAI allows you to bring 2 per weight, and so we can have both of them there. At 174, another freshman, Derek Sivertsen. We moved him down from 84 to 74. He's having a phenomenal end of the season. He should come out ranked 5th or 6th this time around, and he's got a good shot to make the national. He's got a chance to be an All-American as a freshman. At 84, his brother Cody moved him down from 97 to 84. He's doing real well now too. He's beat the number 7 guy in the nation, the number 8 guy in the nation. So we've had some quality wins. And then at 97, we'll bring out Tegan Franco out of redshirt, who's a returning All-American, and slow start, but in the last 4 matches, he's had 2 falls in the last 4 matches. He also beat the kid from Grandview who's ranked. So, at this point, anything can happen in wrestling, which normally does happen, but they got a good legitimate shot to get 7 or 8 through to the national tournament and a possibility of 5 or 6 All-Americans, which will put us in top 5, top 4, top 5. The most important thing about this is that I have 2 seniors. I return a group of freshmen, sophomores that is just, they're going to be a team to watch. They're going to be the team that's going to push it through and have a national title. They're a really good group. It's the best freshman, sophomore group I've had in years.
You guys are getting ready for the upcoming Central qualifying group. Talk about the importance of that tournament.
That tournament, it not only is it important to make the top 4 to get to the national tournament, but the national tournament is preceded by region. So finishing 1st and 2nd is going to give you a good draw into the tournament. Finishing 3rd and 4th, not so much. And getting at large member means you get thrown into the tournament. So it's critically important that they have their best tournament this weekend to give them an opportunity to be an All-American. And the new rules that we have and the new way that the national tournament is run, I think it's excellent. It's when they get out of the regionals and get to the national tournament, it's a bloodbath. It's every single match counts, and every single match is hard. You'll have like the top 24 kids in the nation in one place wrestling, and all of them have a chance. All of them want to be national champion. All of them have a legitimate shot to be national champion. So it's important for them to wrestle well this weekend, to put themselves in a position to attain that All-American status.
Let's talk about your women's team for a moment. You finished national runner-up, 14 All-Americans. I know you were disappointed with the results in the WCWA championships. What would you like to say about the end of the season?
I thought the girls progressed real well during the season. We wrestled really hard at the championship. We had the opportunity to win. We had 7 girls wrestling for 3rd and 4th, and we were ahead in 5 of the matches, and things happen. Things happen at wrestling tournaments, and unfortunately, Lady Luck wasn't with us. Christy Gard was winning 9-2. She was trying to get the bonus points to get the last takedown, and she got knocked out. She knocked herself out. which we lost there. Every single match that we lost, we were in position to win. We needed 2 points, which means a fall or anything else, anything during the match, an extra bonus point any place, we won the tournament. You know, I thought they wrestled extremely well. King was favored to win the tournament by 50, and I think they're lucky they got away with a 2-point win. And the other day, hey, we win 2 of those third and fourth place matches. We put it away. The good thing about it is I returned 10 All-Americans. I returned 10 All-Americans on another young team with a good recruiting class. We're probably going to come out being ranked number 1 next year at the beginning, and we're going after it. I think in 7 years now, we've won the national title 4 times. We finished second 3 times with a total point differentiation of 6 points. So we lost by 3 last year, 2 by this year, and the first year we lost by 1. So we're always in the hunt. The girls' team's always in the hunt. Not very happy with their performance. They aren't. I am, but they're not. So they've already started working real hard for the next season.
Emily Webster wrapped up her 3rd national title individually, and she went unbeaten this season. Talk about her performance.
Emily Webster actually has been in college wrestling, has been undefeated for 3 years. She had a couple of rough, bumpy matches during the national duels, but you know, she came back out and she's just phenomenal. You know, she's a phenomenal wrestler. She's a great student. She's a great kid. And I'm pretty sure that next year, I don't think anybody can beat her again next year. I think she'll be a 4-time national champion and undefeated, which will be kind of a milestone for our program. Plus, she's a great kid, too.
Lots of international competition right now for the
Yes.
OCU is represented in. I know you're going to take part in some coaching in that area, and a couple of wrestlers are wrestling for the U.S. right now.
Yes.
Tell us about those.
Emily just got back from France, which is, you know, it was a nice trip to France. She won 1 and lost 1, and then the way that international wrestling is, there's no backside bracket. If you lose to someone, that person has to win, go all the way to the finals before you get drawn back in. So that eliminates your chances of finishing anything but 1st or 2nd. She did real well over there. Plus, she got to go to Paris, so that's a good thing. Cody's getting ready to go to Sweden. Cody Fowle is on the junior FILA team. She's the one girl. She's the number 1 girl at her weight on that team, and she gets to go to Sweden, and hopefully she'll do well there. But you know, the thing is that she'll go to body bar, and when we go to body bar, we'll take 14 girls to body bar, and those girls have a chance to get on the same team Cody's on. And we feel that we're going to probably put 6 or 8 girls on the team, which means that they're going to travel all over the country. The off season is how the women's program, they gain knowledge, the experience of wrestling, the Europeans. It's a total different kind of wrestling. It's a really good experience for them. Plus they get to travel and it's paid for. Coach Simmons is going to be the coach for the university team. And that team selected out of the tournament in March here, which will have most of our girls wrestling on that, and hopefully we'll get some girls on that. But it's good experience for her because she's a young coach, and she gets to coach internationally. And she'll be taking the 8 top girls in the country to go there. And then I'm coaching the senior team going to the Pan Ams, which is it's the champions out of the WCWA. So whoever won their weight class at our national tournament, with the exception of, I think, 3 girls that are on the world team already, which we'll put other girls on. We get to coach them at the senior level. The importance of the senior Pan Ams is that we must go to the tournament, we must make weight, or else the seniors that go to the Worlds don't get to wrestle. That's important. And so USA Wrestling feels that the WCA national title, a college national tournament, produces enough quality wrestlers that we get to take it and we get to represent the U.S. at a major senior event. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right, Coach.
Plus, I get
much.
to go to Mexico for free.
There you go.
That's the other thing,
OCU wrestling coach Archie Randall, the men's team is getting set for postseason play. You can follow their progress on OCUsports.com.